Which of the following shapes is a square pyramid? Now we have 4 shapes in this question here. I am not going to attempt to draw each of these 4 shapes on the board. I trust that you have a copy of the question paper with you as you go into these videos, either in hard copy or in soft copy, and you could see the shapes. You can see the questions and you can see the shapes, right? Now, they ask for a square pyramid. Now, alright. This is a question that, how do I put it? Let us assume for the sake of argument that you don't know what any of these shapes represent in a mathematical definition kind of context. Right? This is the kind of question that if that is the case and you have a little knowledge of some kind of something with respect to history and all of that, you could pick it out. Right? Now, what I will do here is send you back to the pyramids of Egypt. So, a lot of people have an idea of what the pyramids of Egypt look like, the Egyptian pyramids. But if you don't, for whatever reason, I would invite you to go and Google it. Just Google Egyptian pyramids, right? And you have the word here, it's spelled right here, P-Y-R-A-M-I-D, right? The pyramids of Giza, G-I-Z-A, right? So we're kind of going outside of mathematics now, and you will see that it actually helps you in the mathematics. So if you have any idea at all what an Egyptian pyramid looks like, then if they ask for a square pyramid, right, then the only shape that fits that description is the shape 1 with a square at the base and 2 with the shape of a pyramid. Alright? Now, let us assume that you didn't know what an Egyptian pyramid looked like. So you go in the exam and you didn't know what an Egyptian pyramid looked like, alright? But I would assume that you know what a square looked like. Right? You would know what a square looked like if you go in the exam. So if they ask for a square pyramid, right? Common sense now. Then the answer can't be D. You sure the answer can't be D? Because I have nothing about D that looks like a square. C, yeah, because you have this side of a face there that look kind of squarish. So maybe you might be tempted to consider C as maybe possibly a square pyramid. B, no. B looks squarish on all sides, but B looks more like a cube than anything else. So, assuming that you know what a cube looks like, what a cube is shaped like, you would want to take B out of consideration as well, because that's a cube. You wouldn't really call that a pyramid, that's a cube. So in other words, I'm just creating a scenario here, because sometimes you find yourself in these positions in a multiple choice question, and you had a kind of, you have a choice. You either just make a random guess, or you try to make what we refer to as an educated guess. So if we try in the approach of an educated guess, then D will be the first answer to be eliminated, and then yes, we take B out of the picture. Excuse. So the only 2 shapes left would be A and B. Now, I don't know. At that point, you will have to figure out some way of differentiating between A and B, right? If it was me, I would say A and C, sorry. C look more like a wedge, something that you'll kind of wedge under a door to stop it from swinging or whatever it is, right? So on that basis, I would eliminate C and go with A. So I just, now, you might have some other process that you would go through. The whole point of me going through all of this, as opposed to just giving you the answer A, is to illustrate that sometimes in a multiple choice, you have to really make an effort. And sometimes if you make an effort and you go through some kind of thinking process, a lot of times, more times than you would actually realize, you would actually end up at the right answer. This question is an excellent example of that. And I want to encourage you, whenever you have the chance instead of making a random guess, a wild guess, make an educated guess. Try and take yourself through some kind of reasoning process, right? Usually in these questions, you'll find two answers that you could eliminate off the bat one time. So that would normally be your first step, to find those two answers that you can eliminate, boom, and then you'll have two answers where there's one out of the two of them. And we had to do something now to see which one we're going to choose, which one we're going to pick, right? So keep that in mind as part of the multiple choice process. If you really have absolutely no clue about what the question is, then yeah, okay, right, you might want to take a random guess, because a random guess is better than leaving the question open. But if you have the chance to make some kind of logical process, take some kind of logical approach to it, then do that. You stand a very good chance of getting the correct answer if you do that. Alright? So in this question, the answer is answer